right, guys, here we go. Welcome in. It is Friday. Friday is fun day. Every day is damn fun day here on the Joe Raineri Show. Thank you so much for dropping by. We got a lot going on, including currently one college football game, 7 more to go on the slate. Major League Baseball, 1 in the book. We've already got a whole bunch of other Major League Baseball, important Major League Baseball games getting ready to go, and we've got a whole lot of ways for you to be able to profit and make it profitable tonight, so I want to welcome you in. We have our free plays courtesy of SportsMemo.com coming your way, and just want to remind you guys, if you haven't done so already, head over to SportsMemo.com. All sorts of other free plays from some of the best cappers from around the country, Dr. Chuck RX, Mid-Major Matt, Teddy Covers, Andrew McGinnis, Hunnell Engelhardt, and, of course, yours truly, available right there, right now, SportsMemo.com. All ways, and I don't care what the sport is, all sorts of ways for you guys to be able to profit tonight over at SportsMemo.com. I want to thank all those guys. It's been a hell of a week, and, of course, as many of you know, I'm down here in the Miami area, the 305, and we're getting ready for the cone of death here, the hurricane. Hurricane Dorian is on its way to somewhere, and I've been down here a long, long time, guys. I have never seen the entire state plus part of Georgia in that cone that they bring up there, you know, the track. Never seen that. Usually they're a little bit more, they're able to pinpoint it a little bit more. And, of course, we got the European hurricane models, the U.S. models. Everyone's waiting for the what's going to happen. Well, let me save you the worrying and figure out what's going to happen. The hurricane's going to hit. It's going to hit somewhere in Florida. It's going to hit somewhere, and it's going to be a giant pain in the ass is what it's going to be. But hopefully, you know, down here in Miami, the track will go a little further north, and then, it'll keep out of our way. Either way, it's going to be a big enough storm where it's going to be a shit show, certainly for a few days. So I wanted to get this out here today. Wanted you to get my plays because I believe come Sunday or Monday, depending on exactly where this hits, you probably won't see me for a couple of days, as no doubt we'll have no phones, no internets, no nothing along those lines. So I wanted to make sure that I got to you guys tonight, give you these plays, also give you a couple to look at tomorrow, because there is still money to be made, all right? Damn it, even though I won't have internet and I won't be able to throw it your way, I will, however, be able to point you in the right direction, like SportsMemo.com. Those guys will be able to take care of you, and hopefully, knock on wood, everything will work out, and we will be back, sure enough, Monday or Tuesday, and hopefully Mother Nature's just like, I was only fucking with you. Yeah, no, it's going to hit. But the bottom line is I hope it hits further north here so we don't have to deal with it. But we're still 48 hours away from that, which means we've got to make some money tonight. We can do this too, guys. The lines in these college football games tonight, the 7 that are left, I love them. I love a few of these games, to tell you the truth. I'm already on Army, the under, taking on Rice right now, and I believe, last I checked, if I'm going to look over there right now, which is what I'm going to do, I believe we've got oh, look at that. What a shock. Nothing so far with about 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Army, Service Academy, triple option. And, guys, the one thing we know about the triple option, it's like watching paint dry, man. They are not in a rush to do a damn thing. There is nobody running up to the line of scrimmage and hoping to hurry up and march it downfield. Let's throw 3 or 4 yard, 3 or 4 monster passes. No, that doesn't happen. Rice is even slower than Army is. So when the over was about 50 and a half, it had opened up with. If you guys can still bet this live right now, in-game wagering, those of you that have the access, please go ahead and take a look at what that in-game number is, because I bet you it's still going to be too high between these two teams. Army way overvalued here this year. They went 11-2 in last year. They're already in some polls ranked in the top 25. Love Army. Love the service academies. But, yeah, let's not get crazy. I don't think they're going to win 11 games again this year. I do think they're going to beat Rice, but I also think it's going to be a hell of a lot less than what some people think. So look at the under here. That is currently going on. Also in the state of Florida, Wisconsin taking on South Florida in Tampa tonight. Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, where the Buccaneers are going to go ahead and embarrass themselves this year with Jameis Winston and company. That Tampa, yes. They're getting ready, 7 o'clock here, just about 30 minutes away. The total in this game is 59, 58.5, and 59. What you guys need to know about this game is the weather is garbage right now up in Tampa. They're expecting over 10 mile an hour per winds there, 10 mile per hour, which means it's going to be passing the ball is going to be a little harder to do. It's also going to be a lot of rain. It's going to be really wet there in Tampa at Raymond James tonight. What does that mean? Well, it means Wisconsin's going to feel right at home there tonight because that's Wisconsin football. That's Big Ten football. We're going to run it down your throat. We're going to play solid defense, and you know what? We're not going to give up a whole lot of points. The problem with South Florida, besides the fact that good old Charlie is still the coach there, Charlie Strong. The outside of that, they run a very up-tempo, high-octane offense. At least they try to. That doesn't work when you've got 10, 15 mile-per-hour winds blowing, and, oh, yeah, it is drenched and soaking wet. So it plays to Wisconsin's strength. Wisconsin is laying 10.5. Again, shop the book. Make sure you're getting the best number. I can tell you right now, I love the under in this game as well, 58.5. I think it's way too many points. I think there will be some scoring, but I do think it's going to be not because it's an air raid offense by either of these teams, but more because it's going to be smash mouth football, and they're not going to be able to stop the run on either of these teams. So take a look at the under tonight, 58.5. And then, of course, one of my favorite plays is going to be Wake Forest tonight, taking on Utah State. Love the over in this game. I do think there's going to be a boatload of points. I love Wake Forest laying 5, too, if you guys want to double dip on there. I think there's going to be, between these two quarterbacks, Love is back for Utah State. Wake Forest got a whole bunch of returning starters from last year, a bunch of sophomores last year, now juniors. I do think there's a big opportunity and good value in this game. Wake Forest, lay to 5, but also look at the over at 60.5 because both of these teams, defensively, not a whole lot of that going to be played tonight. So going to be an awful lot of points. Utah State, Wake Forest, get on that one. And you guys keep hearing me tell you, go get the right number. Go get the best number, right? What does that mean? It means I don't care what the jersey says. You're not betting teams. You're betting numbers. What does that mean? Well, it means you got to get the right number because there's a big difference between getting 6.5 and getting 7, wouldn't you say? There's a really big difference between, laying 2.5 and laying 3 points, especially in football. And that really is the difference of having multiple sports books for you guys to be able to shop, which is why we've been recommending to you guys, our friends at YouWager.LV. It is so easy to open it. Guys, it'll take you 2.5 minutes. Pick up the phone, call 1-800-YouWager, give them the code JRS50. They'll drop it. Whatever you deposit, they'll match it with a 50% bonus deposit match right there. Put in $100, they'll put in 50. You got 150 to play with tonight. And as soon as we're done here, guys, you're going to be able to double up that money. Whatever you put in, you're going to be able to double it up tonight between what we've got going on in college football and these Major League Baseball plays we'll get to here in a minute. You're going to double it up. So there you go. You're going to get 50% bonus for whenever you put in. Just call 1-800-YouWager. The code is JRS50. All right, get involved there, guys. Make sure you open the account. It'll take 3 minutes. Best customer service. You need an offshore book that you guys can count on, right? You can't just have one place to shop because then you're at their mercy if their lines suck, right? We're always looking for an edge. As sports investors, guys, that's what we're doing. Ask anybody, any pro that's been doing this half a day. They're going to tell you, I just need the best number. I don't care. Who's the best team? The team that covers. But in order to do that, you got to give yourself the best advantage possible to do so. How do you do that? You shop. You can do that right now, calling 1-800-YouWager. Give them the code JRS50. Another game here tonight, my alma mater, Oklahoma State, taking on Oregon State. It's the battle of OSUs. I don't know that there's going to be any defense that shows up here tonight. 73 right now is the number, and it continues to rise for the total in this game. Oregon State's getting 14.5 at home. Oregon State's just pitiful. And Oklahoma State's kind of going through that whole rebuilding process right now. A lot of young guys on the team, but we do know Oklahoma State and any coach with that kind of mullet, that kind of hair there, Mr. Gundy, he's a wild man when it comes to offense. Former quarterback, played at the school there. His quarterbacks and his offenses always rank in the top 10, top 15 as far as efficiency, points scored, just across every offensive metric that you want to have. Oklahoma State has always been there, and I have no doubt tonight they're going to be there as well. And you've got these first week games, guys. Remember, college football, no preseason. They don't get to have joint practices with Oklahoma. That doesn't exist. Their first game, usually the first or 2 games of the season, that is their preseason, which means, like we saw last night, you're going to have for UCLA, you're going to have quarterbacks that don't get hit and fumble the ball twice, interception, penalties. It's going to be sloppy, which is why I would look at unders. Where you might go, I think they're going to be 1 million points scored. Well, that requires offenses to be on the same page. Usually doesn't happen this early on in the college football slate. So consider the fact that maybe more turnovers than usual, and maybe they're not hooking up with the wide receivers like they might be in week 4 or 5. All of that, take it into consideration here tonight when you look at these games. If it seems like a big number, well, it's a big number for a reason, but at the same time, it's going to be hard. You need some cooperation to put up 73 points in a football game, a college football game. You need help. You can't do it all yourself. Even if Oklahoma State puts up 40-some-odd points, they're still going to need Oregon State to cooperate and score a little bit. So that's why take that into consideration. There's only so much time on the clock, and, there's only so many points that you can score. And if there's any defense played, it's going to make numbers like 73 be a little more difficult to get. Update, by the way, no score, end of the first, Army-Rice. Guys, I don't know what to tell you here, man. Hurry up, hop on it, in-game live. Some of the best in-game wagering, some of the best numbers over at YouWager. Check them out, 1-800-YouWager. The code is JRS50. All right, I also want to do this because last night we had told you, before we get to these baseball plays, last night I had told you about our good friend, you heard from Scott, right? Scott from the CEO of HalftimeMagic.com, a guy that we all made a boatload of money. Those of you that are joining me again this football season, you remember Scott. He came on and made us a ton of cash last year. We were ridiculously profitable. And the thing that makes Halftime Magic so cool is the second half wagering. He doesn't play full game lines. He doesn't bet pregame. He only looks for the edges at halftime, whether it be college football, NFL, basketball, college basketball, NBA. Only the edges. And I introduced you guys a lot last year to a whole bunch of guys that the professional cappers been doing it 30, 40 years. They only bet second halves because they have an opportunity to use the analytics, the data. They have a chance to use their eyeballs. And, the sports books don't necessarily spend as much time worrying about what's going to happen in second half. They're only worried about what was the original number, where am I exposed, and keep that number close to whatever it was. If you're favored by, let's say, 40 and you're up by, let's say the favorites was a 40 number in the front, but at halftime, they're up 20. Well, the halftime number is very cookie cutter. Well, then it's going to be 20 for the second half. Even though they just might have lost their starting quarterback, running back, defensive end, whatever it may be, there are always edges to be had in the second half of games. So you can watch Army right now. Check them out. Obviously, Army is a 23.5-point favorite. Don't look like they're going to beat anybody by 23.5 points, right? Wait till the halftime of this game. Log on to your account over at YouWager.LV. Tell me what that second half line is. I bet you it's going to be half of what the 23.5 is. And the reality is Army and Rice could probably play this game 4 times, and they won't ever get to the 49.5 points, which is the total of this game. Not going to happen. But you have an edge. You have an opportunity in the second half to make a lot of money this football season. And we love our peeps, and we love our guys and Scott and the fellas over at halftimemagic.com. And if you want a free chance at weekend plays all weekend long, free second half plays, email them, support at halftimemagic.com. Just put my name in the middle and in the subject line, and you'll go ahead. He'll give you the weekend for free so you guys can check it out so you know exactly what we're talking about. Great stuff from halftimemagic.com. Make sure you also tail them on Twitter at halftimemagic. And while you're out there, guys, don't forget, sportsmemo.com is available right now. You've got the plays up there. You've got the free plays. You got the information. You've got my late night play up there. Everything. Right? Just a couple of clicks away. SportsMemo.com, guys. Go check it out. It is a great resource. Knowledge is power, and there is no more knowledge, free knowledge, by the way, than what's happening at SportsMemo.com. So get over there and get it going. All right, tonight, Major League Baseball. One more free play for you here as we get ready for the weekend and why I get ready to go buy more toilet paper. I never figured out why you needed so much ass paper during a hurricane, but it's just a thing here in Florida, I guess. Water and gas and, people don't realize you get water out of the tap, but, I'm crazy like that. I'll have to go and do a little supply shopping here as soon as we're done tonight, but I got to get the plays in and got to make sure that you guys are in good hands over the next couple of days, because if this storm hits, which it will, it's going to hit Florida someplace. I just hope it's a little bit further north. And no offense to Mickey Mouse and to my friends in Orlando and North, but every man for himself. Tough shit. But we wish everyone to be very, very safe this weekend. I'm just saying, come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't know what kind of availability I'm going to have as far as electric, phone, and all of that good stuff. So say a little prayer, guys, and make sure that Mother Nature is listening and decides to spare us here in South Florida, because not for nothing, we're more populated than every place else. So we got a lot of people, not great people, but we got a lot of people here in Miami, in Broward, Fort Lauderdale, in Palm Beach County. And as we go up the coast, everybody's good people in Florida, but that thing is coming, and it's going to hit, and I just hope everybody is ready for it. Like we're ready tonight here, coming up in just about 20 minutes, Mets, Phillies. That's right, the New York Mets taking on the Philadelphia Phillies here in Philly. The Mets have sucked. They completely choked. They threw up, they terrible, absolutely terrible. Got swept by the Braves, and now got swept by the Chicago Cubs. And now they find themselves going up against another team that's in front of them, the Philadelphia Phillies. They're sending Aaron Nola up to go up against Zach Wheeler. When you break it all down, what does it mean? It means the Mets suck, and there's very little chance that they beat Aaron Nola tonight. Minus 152 right now. I'm looking at the over-under is 9. Wheeler has been good at times, little inconsistent for my taste. If I had to make a play, I would definitely back Aaron Nola in this situation. But the play I'm going to give you here tonight, the play I'm going with, is the A's and the Yanks. Sabathia going up against Brett Anderson here tonight, getting ready in about 25 minutes or so for that game. The reason I like the total in this game, which is hovering around 10.5, 11, depending on where you guys can get it, is both of these guys are left-handed pitchers, and nobody, I repeat, nobody has been more profitable. No two teams have been more profitable this year and have done their most damage against left-handed pitching than the Yankees and the A's. They dominate lefties. And you're going into Yankee Stadium here. Both of these teams can hit. Sabathia, love him, did a great job last time out there against the Dodgers. But even the Dodgers can't hit lefties. The A's, they can hit lefties. So get yourself ready here tonight for a exciting game. A lot of runs going to be scored. Maybe more runs than points scored in the Army-Rice game, which, again, if you haven't gone and played the damn thing yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hop on, in-game, get it done, guys. Army-Rice, we're going to be hard-pressed to get some points in that game. We're not going to be hard-pressed to get points. Yankees, A's, Anderson taking on Sabathia. Bullpens will be coming in. A lot of runs here scored tonight, guys. Make sure you take a look at the over. And, of course, like always, guys, make sure you're tailing our friends over at SportsMemo.com. Check it out. Plays are up, ready to rock and roll. And don't forget, go get yourself an account set up right now. YouWager.LV. That's YouWager.LV. The code is JRS50. And I'm really excited, guys, coming up next week, hopefully, depending on what happens with the storm. But I cannot wait to introduce you guys to our friends at Pay Per Head, because they offer you the greatest side hustle during football season over the next 5 months. I am talking about the best side hustle, doing nothing other than what you are doing right now. And I hear a lot of complaints, guys that are holding, I'm in charge of the office pool, and I've got I take all the bets from the family members, my buddies, I'm in the dorm room, and you're like, man, it would be so much easier if I could just find a way to be able to, have all of these people put everything online and, become the book. And that's what our friends at Pay Per Head allow you guys to do. It is so simple. Wait, and I mean wait, guys, until you see how simple it is to have the ultimate side hustle doing exactly what you're doing right now during football season. Hopefully next week all will be okay, and we'll give you a peek inside of just how simple it is and get you to make a whole lot of extra money, not only by playing, but also by being the book. It's that simple, guys. You're going to love that. That's coming up next week. So in the meantime, big slate of games, 57 college football games tomorrow. We'll be back with a couple of free plays, weather permitted. And then, of course, hopefully we'll be back early next week as Hurricane Dorian just kind of swings right by, just keeps going. Just keep going north, and we'll have enough power, electric, and internet to be able to hang with you guys. In the meantime, get ready for tonight. Major League Baseball, first pitch, 15 minutes away, and more. College football, 7 o'clock, Wisconsin, South Florida. Guys, don't forget, Wisconsin, South Florida. Take a look at the under. Weather is not great in Tampa right now at the Raymond James Stadium. So I want to tell you guys, appreciate everything that you guys do, the support. You guys rock. Those of you that are joining us on any one of the multiple platforms that we are on, whether it be Instagram Live right now, whether it be Twitch, Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, you guys rock, and make it a profitable Friday as we head into the weekend. And then come back tomorrow. We'll have one more day of free plays for you, getting ready to rock and roll, courtesy of SportsMemo.com and Pay Per Head. And we will be back. We will be cashing tickets, I promise, tonight. Go get the Yankees and the over, and then come back and join us again tomorrow. Appreciate the time, guys. I really, really do. Be safe. I'll try to do the same, and we'll be back tomorrow for another edition of the Joe Raineri Show, brought to you by Sports Memo, YouWager, and Pay Per Head. We'll talk to you then. Have a great night, guys.